Hey guys, welcome back to today's video. So today is just going to be more of a relaxed, kind of chill video. There's so much going on right now and I hate turning a blind eye to things, and I don't think there's anything wrong with talking about those things or addressing them, and I've been talking about it a bit on like my social media just with everything that's going on right now. A lot of you guys are probably working from home and it's something that is new for you, and I was thinking the other day what would be something that would be a helpful video during this time, and what can I help you guys with. So I figured a really good idea would be to do some of my tips on working from home. And I do work from home. I have been working from home for over a year now. I truly enjoy working from home. It fits my personality. It can work for a lot of people. I know there's also a lot of people who struggle with it, or just it couldn't work for them, and I understand that. You definitely have to be a certain type of person to work from home and enjoy working from home. And I'm going to say that phrase a lot in this video, working from home, so just bear with me. So if you guys want to see some tips of mine that I have working from home, please keep watching. I'm also going to be sharing with you guys more about what I do for a living, because I feel like a lot of you guys don't know, and you're like, what does Kim do? Majority of my day. And I'm going to share that with you guys, and I thought now would be a great time to do so because that is the main reason why I work from home, is my full-time job. So let's just get on into it. So like I was saying before, a lot of people right now, maybe even some of you guys who are watching me, are working remotely right now, and that's great, because we're all supposed to be staying at home, and I'm so glad that there are jobs that are allowing people to work from home. And if you cannot, then my heart is like with you, and I hope you guys are all being safe. I know there are a lot of jobs that you have to go, you can't stay home, and I am just so like amazed by the medical staff that has to go out there every day, and nurses, people who are just in the front line of everything, doctors, nurse practitioners, residents, anyone like that who has to go treat people. First of all, before I get into my tips, what it is that I do for my full-time job. Actually a luxury flight specialist, and you guys are probably like, what does that mean? Because when I first heard that, I had no idea what it meant. So what I do is I book business and first class flights for private clients and also for travel agents who have clients. And I work on a system with a bunch of codes on these screens that if you saw it, you would have no idea what it meant, because you have to train for a really long time to learn what everything means and how to do it. It's kind of a very complicated type of job, and when I first started, I thought that I could not do it, and I had no idea what I was doing, and it's very difficult at first. Once you get into it, you get the hang of it, and a lot of what I do is sales. So I really am a salesperson, which is kind of weird to say because I never thought that would be something I would do, but it really is like a big part of my job. So I have clients, and those are kind of like my coworkers are travel agents and clients, which is interesting because it's so different from before when I worked in an office and I had my regular coworkers. So this is kind of like a whole different thing than being in marketing. If you guys have any questions on it, let me know. It's kind of like the easiest way to tell you guys what I do, but I do work from home and I work a late shift. So I have written down some of my tips right here for you guys and hope they help you. And if you are just starting to work from home, hopefully these will help you. And I also want to say one more thing. I feel like there's two types of work from homes. I feel like there's like the self-employed work from home, which I also have done in the past when that's all I did. And I feel like there's like the corporate business, like where you work for someone, like I do work from home, where you are a little more structured. So I feel like kind of like the blogging self-employed is like kind of a bit of a different animal, because you really are working for yourself. Whereas I work for someone, yet I also do have two of my own businesses that I also work from home. So just something to think about when you are self-employed, you have to be a lot more disciplined. You do not have a set schedule. Whereas since I have an employer, my schedule is set for me, my expectations are met for me. When you are like a self-employed blogger, or really any self-employed business, you set your own rules, your own expectations, your own goals, things like that. And I have both, so it's kind of interesting. First thing I want to share with you guys, when you work from home, it is very important to have a morning routine. So set your alarm for the same time every day. I'm not really that much of a morning person, but because I start a little later in the afternoon, I like to make the most of my mornings. So I like to wake up around like 7:30. Honestly, some people wake up even earlier. Some people wake up at like 5 a.m. I cannot do that because I am just not a morning person. I wish I could. My mom used to wake up super early and go to the gym. But whatever works best for you, and also depends on your schedule. So say you have to start work at 9, like I know a lot of you guys probably do. You probably would have to wake up earlier, maybe like 6, to kind of make the most of your morning. Also depends on your schedule of work and how you want to structure your day. So I like to work out. I like to work out before I eat breakfast. I kind of just started this year incorporating working out. I never did it before in the morning, but this year I wanted to make it a priority. So not every day, but I do like to do it because I sit for most of the day in my desk. So that's another thing. When you work from home, you are sitting a lot all day. It's not like you're getting up and going, you know, walking around the office like I used to do. I would go down the hall, go down to the warehouse. This is like you are in your desk. So working out in the morning, 30 minutes, just to know that I worked out that day, it has been such a nice addition to my working from home routine, and I highly encourage you guys to do that as well. Set up a workout routine for yourself. I am not an athletic person by any means, you guys. I am the last person. I hate running, all that stuff, but I know it's a lot of it's for my heart health. I want to make sure my heart is, you know, pumping and getting energy, and I'm not just sitting all day. So it's more just for health. Like I'm not like I need to be some fit, crazy, like abs person. I want to feel good. And of course you also like to be fit at the same time. So that's my first tip. Work out, set your morning schedule. What's your morning routine gonna be? After I work out, I like to make breakfast, and I can definitely like film this for you guys if you would like kind of what I do in the morning. But I like to make my breakfast. My breakfast time is sacred. I have to have the same thing every morning. So that's kind of my routine. And then of course, along with that, in the morning, I do stuff for my other businesses. So I do stuff for my Poshmark, heavily do a lot of stuff for YouTube, and for my channel, Instagram videos, and I try to do all those things in the morning. I do all my shopping early in the mornings, not right now because things are very different right now, but normally when things are normal, I do my shopping, I go out and do filming, and it's nice to shop during the morning. So the next one is to get dressed, do your makeup, do your hair, if you're a girl, of course, or hey, if you're a guy, get dressed, do your hair too. Totally. So that is super important to just feel normal. I am definitely guilty of staying in my pajamas when I'm working, but honestly, you kind of just feel a little bit gross and lazy, and I don't know, it's so easy to like just stay in your PJs because my PJs are just like sweats anyway, but I try my best to at least do like the top portion. I'm not gonna lie to you and say I sit at that desk over there for my work from home in jeans and this fancy outfit. No, that is very rare unless I like went somewhere to an event and I'm still wearing those clothes. I do, however, like to put on like a shirt. Like I'll wear this today for sitting at my desk. I have my hair, my makeup done. Usually I already have it done because I filmed earlier in the day, but I feel so much better when I get ready and at least have my makeup and hair done, so I feel like I'm a little more presentable. I feel like I'm a normal member of society and I'm not just going from my bed to my desk. You guys know what I mean? So definitely I feel like that will help when you're working remotely, just to feel a little bit more normal and kind of like you're getting ready to go to the office, but you're not. Okay, another tip is, and this is very important, is to have a dedicated workspace in your house for your remote working. So I have a desk, which I used to use for makeup stuff, but I have one for makeup, and then I have the one next to it that has all my work stuff. I have my own keyboard, monitor, phone, everything is set up over there, and it's all separate. So I know that that's my stuff that I use for working from home, and it's just dedicated to that, so I don't have to worry about, you know, mixing the two. Like I'm not working from home at my makeup desk. It has to be a designated space. I have my phone set up over there. Having that space and knowing this is where you work from home, and then I kind of don't like to do stuff there for the rest of the week or the weekend when I'm not working from home. So I like to edit videos in like a separate space, which is a little bit harder when you have a smaller space to find other areas to work, but I just feel like it's nice to separate the two. Another thing that helps me is if I really know I need to focus and get a lot done, what I'll do is I will put my cell phone in another room. I'll put it on the charger in another room just so it's away from me, so I'm not constantly looking at it, you know, checking apps and social media and things like that. And I feel like that is such a big tip that definitely helps me and keeps me just focused on what I'm doing. So put your phone elsewhere. It will definitely help you out when you're trying to focus on work, and you honestly will forget about it. So another thing to do is, and this depends on what your job is to set up your task list and your priorities for the day. And it doesn't just have to be your work tasks. It can also be things that you want to do in your off time in the morning. So whatever that may be, whether it's related to blogging or your full-time job, or even if it is all tasks related to your job, write them down, know what you need to do, and it'll keep you organized, and then you can kind of check it off throughout the day as you go. I like to write things down and then cross them off, check them off, and it just makes me feel a little bit more organized. I am not the most organized person, like, at all. Like, I really am not, and I'm not good with like planning things. That's just not my personality, but I know a lot of people are really good with that. So definitely just staying organized and keeping up with lists. You can even do a list on your notes and check it off. It will just help you a lot, trust me. So then another thing you can do is check in with your coworkers, or just if you have a couple close coworkers. In my office we use Slack, and it's a good way to communicate with each other, or even if you text your coworkers, or like video chat or something like that is definitely helpful. We also do like some conference calls and things like that, just so you feel like you're not disconnected from everyone. It's good to kind of stay in contact. Next thing is, and you don't have to do this, it's just a tip, is to have a kind of like playlist. So you can have a work from home playlist maybe on your Spotify. Sometimes I'll just play some songs on my little speaker thingy, and I keep that in the kitchen because it's right behind me. But if you want to set up a different playlist, you could have like a calm playlist, and you could have like a more energetic playlist. Only though if it's not going to distract you, because sometimes I can't work with any noise, like I have to have it completely silent. But if you like to have it just on low in the background and you know it'll help you out and kind of keep you focused, then definitely go for it. Have your songs ready. You can, like I said, have more low-key songs, or, you know, anything like that you know will help you. Then definitely go for it, and it will kind of be fun to know that you have different playlists for different moods as you go through the day, and you don't feel like you're just in silence for the whole day, because that's another thing about working remotely, is a lot of the time you are kind of sitting in silence, and you have to get used to that. And I've definitely gotten used to it, but sometimes you'll just sit there and you'll be like, wow, it's like really, really quiet. Like, it's not like being in an office. I actually found online, and I thought it was really interesting, is to time your tasks with your laundry cycle. And I do a lot of laundry throughout the day. So what you can do is you can do tasks for like one full wash cycle, and then when the timer's up, then it's up, and then for one full drying cycle. And I thought that was really interesting. And I definitely want to try that, because, you know, when that buzzer's off, then you're done. So you can set a task. Okay, I'm going to do one task for this entire cycle. When the buzzer's off, it's done. And then one full drying cycle. And that's kind of what it's like to work from home, is you have to work off what you have. So hey, we're working with the washing machine and the dryer. Another thing, this is super important, and I just kind of started doing this because I wasn't doing this, is to take breaks. So, and another part of this is going outside for a walk. I was not doing this. I was sitting all day. Like, I was not going outside at all. And it is nice to go outside for at least like 10 minutes, go for a walk, get some fresh air, walk around the block, even just to say you got up for a little bit and got out and you got away from your desk and you weren't sitting, because I was reading how bad sitting all day is. It really is. So it's good to keep moving. You can even set a timer on your phone, like take a break, go for a walk, and then you can just see 10 minutes on your phone, set a timer for that, go out for a walk, and then come back, and you will feel a lot more refreshed. The thing is to make your dinner and eat it separately. So if you have a table, I do not have a dining room table, but I kind of just eat at my coffee table, which is over here. So eat your dinner at your dining room table, your coffee table, wherever, so you are separate from your workspace. So you don't feel like you're eating and working at the same time. Another thing you can do is meal prep for dinner. I actually haven't tried this yet, but I think it is a really good idea. Make your meals over the weekend or the night before so you don't have to worry about cooking dinner, because especially with my schedule working later at night, it's hard to make dinners because I'm always working. I'm always busy with something, and that's the good thing about my job is I feel like I'm always doing something, so I never really have too much of a chance to be distracted. But definitely meal prep would be super helpful. If you have a family, that's going to be really important because you have to cook for a lot of different people. So just knowing you have your pre-made, whatever it may be, meats, however you like to eat, vegetables, things like that, rice. So this one is really hard for me. It's ending your day when you're supposed to end it. So whenever your cutoff time is, like say mine is 9 o'clock to end at 9, it's really hard for me to do this because when you work from home, your work from home kind of bleeds into the rest of your life, and separating it is hard because you work at home, so everything is there. You're not leaving an office and going somewhere. So I guess kind of committing to that if you can, to end when you're supposed to end, and then you can go on to whatever else you have going on in your life, your family and whatnot. And then one of the last ones I have for you guys is to talk to people. So working remotely can definitely be more isolating. You're not really around people. Like I said, you don't have coworkers, you're not in an office, you don't have that camaraderie. So even just going out to, say, a coffee shop and talking to like the worker or the grocery store, anything like that, where you can just communicate with people, is a really great idea. Or if you have friends you can chat with. For me, I'm just so used to like doing things by myself. It's definitely easy to just be alone, but it is good to chat with people. I noticed since I work from home and I do see someone, I'm like, I feel like I always like I'm a chatterbox because I'm like, I feel like I haven't talked to anyone in so long. So it is nice to just communicate really with anyone. It can be your local Dunkin' Donuts worker, whoever it is, just having that communication is really good. So those are a few of my work from home tips for you guys. What I do to help myself stay on track when I'm working remotely, which I do every single week, and I have really enjoyed it. But I hope this helps you guys, and I hope it motivates you. And if you have any questions about what I mentioned or any other tips you want to add, please put them down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was kind of different from what I usually do, but it was fun to do a little bit of different content, and I hope you guys are all staying safe. And I love you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!